Live around 5 is going to be 10 tips for starting a new business, even if you've done that and failed before. I'm Amy, and my husband and I have started 2 successful 6-figure businesses, but I had great help along the way, and I failed before I succeeded. In fact, we have ways that we keep learning all the time, and I do believe in what I call failing forward. So I'm going to give you 10 tips for you to feel a little bit more comfortable if you're in that same boat. The first is just to reflect on your previous experience. I don't think there's a better teacher than failure. And the idea that failure is bad is just a myth. Fail faster, but fail forward. Just remember, so what is it that I did then that didn't quite work out? Or was it just not the right fit? And so now I have to look for the right fit, right? Whatever the reasons are, be reflective of it. The second is to set clear goals and objectives. So these aren't always financial. They're also about having time freedom. They're also about connecting and partnering and supporting other people. They're also about sharing your passion for a specific project or product potentially, right? Maybe you are amazing at keeping orchids alive and you see people every day buy those orchids at Trader Joe's that just peter out. You know how to help them. I would buy that course in a heartbeat, right? So be clear on your goals and objectives. I recommend having a financial goal, a personal goal, and then a service goal. And that will keep you locked in. Next is going to be to conduct market research. Compare the options that you're considering. Maybe you want to go into business with a friend because you really love them, or someone you know and like and respect because you know they're going to give you the support you need and the guidance you need. Maybe you know you want to, like, for example, I picked Young Living because it helped me smile after Bell's palsy when the doctor told me that might not be possible. So it changed so many things in my life. I'm down 19 pounds. I'm off of 6 medications. My life is completely different and I'm financially better off at the same time. My family's healthier as a result. So for me, that was a no-brainer. There might be something in your life that you're a super fan of that might work for you as well. So think about the different options and the competition around those options. Fourth is going to be to develop a solid business plan. I think it's really important for anybody looking to start a business to really get, clear with yourself about what your ability to invest time and resources are going to be and how you're going to expend that, cover that over, say, the course of your first year. A lot of people jump into a business because they try something, they love it, their friend is nice, and they go. And then they get frustrated when it doesn't work. If you don't have a business plan, talk to the person that you're talking about joining and see if they do, because that's one that you can maybe borrow until yours is real, if that makes sense. But everybody needs to have that. Next is to learn from others. This day and age, there are more free resources and affordable resources than ever before. One of the coaching programs I recommend, the very most direct sales growth community, is only like $30 a month. And it is incredibly powerful. So we're not talking about a lot of money. We're talking about making sure that you're learning from people that will truly lift you up, both in your mindset, your personal life, your professional life, and your business. Next is going to be to identify your USP, your unique selling proposition. What is it about what you're doing that you can't stop talking about? For me, it was that I was able to kick inflammation to the curb, right? That's why I share the 14-day reset. That's why I share essential oils, supplements, the household cleaners, because to me, that is the unique selling proposition that no one could turn down. The ability to have a cleaner home, unless they have another product that they love, which is totally fine too. But this is a no-brainer for me, and I love sharing it. So what's the no-brainer for you? Next is to embrace technology and digital platforms. In this day and age, if you're going to have a successful at-home business, this gives you such an incredible advantage. When people are on my team and this is difficult for them, I help walk them through this, because you're going to find a lot of your free resources, printables, a lot of your free training in Facebook groups, in Instagram, subscriptions, things like that. So being able to be somewhat digital is going to be important to you. I also teach people how to navigate their back office. All of my work is done on my phone. If I need to get on my computer for a little more detail, that's fine. But the trick is you're going to have to be in a computer or a phone to be able to really successfully scale in today's day and age. And last but not least, next to last is going to be to focus on customer satisfaction. It's really important when you come to a business to realize that the purpose of that business is to, address a pain point, fill a need, serve a community. Even if it's as simple as Annie Ann's pretzels, right? They have a really clear mission. They know exactly what their product is, and they're just selling things that people absolutely adore. That cinnamon sugar pretzel is amazing. They don't make it more complicated, but they know exactly what they're trying to do for their customers. So they're not going to sell stale pretzels. They're not going to sell pretzel flavors for long that people don't enjoy. They're going to advertise based on people's satisfaction, right? And so part of customer satisfaction certainly comes with us as entrepreneurs. What can we do to make sure that people that give us the benefit of being our customers get our complete, great, incredible service? I always say my goal is to delight and surprise my customers. I want people who are learning about and using Young Living through me to really feel like they won the lottery in that way. And I can teach you how to do the same thing. Not last but not least is to stay persistent and adaptable. If you've tried something for 6 months and you're not seeing any traction, let's talk. Maybe that's not the thing you should be doing. You've got to be coachable. You've got to be flexible. You've got to be persistent. A majority of what you're going to hear as an entrepreneur, regardless of what you do, I have a colleague that teaches people CPR, and she has people say all the time, I don't know why I would need that. Can you imagine anything more important, right? Knowing how to save someone's life, but it's not an easy sell. And so it's important for you to understand it's incumbent upon us to show what the value proposition is. Why would someone want to jump into the business that you're thinking about, or want to be partners with you in that business, or want to buy something from you in that business? And it's your persistence and your adaptability that will help communicate that to them. Because I'll tell you right now, there are certainly things that I have bought simply because I have seen them over and over and over and over. And maybe the first time I saw it, I was thinking, like I shared a jumpsuit that I got from Amazon that I absolutely loved. I had been looking at that for over 2 years in different places at different price points. I wasn't going to pay $100 at Anthropologie. I don't need more clothes, but I thought it was cute. I was able, through an influencer on Instagram, to find it for $35. I know, like, and trust them, and they were persistent. They kept wearing it. It was cute. They kept being so helpful by providing their link, and I knew this was my time to buy. You're going to find your persistence will pay off that way for you as well. Now, if you're thinking about jumping into a new business, I would be happy to welcome 5 people to our Young Living team July 17th for 1 month of private coaching and onboarding. It's called the boot camp is what we're doing. And it is incredibly helpful because it gives you 4 weeks to focus on all of these things that we talked about and get to the other side where you have a simple business that you understand right out of the gate. I think whatever you are looking at joining, you want it to be that way. You want to know that you're going to have support when you jump in. You're going to want to know that there's somebody who's been there and done that when you jump in. You're going to want to have access to diamond leaders. Our group has incredible diamond leaders and platinum leaders all the way up. That's a rank in Young Living. You want to know that the people who have succeeded are going to share with you how they did it so you can figure out your own formula for success. Everybody's going to find their own way. That's a really important part of whatever business you're looking at. Don't copy anyone else. Learn the basic skills to develop your own, right? So that you are welcoming people yourself to a boot camp maybe next year. So I think even if you failed before, and I know even if you failed before and you really have a heart for entrepreneurialism or business, don't let that failure stop you. Use these 10 points to kind of assess where you're at. And I'm happy to answer any questions or give you any feedback if you'd like to chat. Just give me the message. Just drop me a message and we'll connect. I hope you're having a great night. I'm so grateful that you're here, and we'll see you tomorrow live around 5.